should Giannis call it quits? I mean, he already delivered a championship to the Milwaukee Bucks. We never thought that would, kind of happen until it happened as well too. Like you said, Damian Lillard, who he is making, like you said, $63 million, um, multiple first round exits, and with Giannis, he always kind of reminded me of the Tim Duncan. I know Kobe wanted to leave, but the fact that like Kobe stayed in a Laker uniform, he was able to stay in a Laker uniform his entire career. Looks like Steph is going to do that as well too. Dirk and Tim, I already said Dirk. I mean Tim Duncan all did that as well too. But and he's obviously not a Black American, but it looks like to me he was gonna be able to end his career in Milwaukee as well too, but he also always, from the LeBron James standpoint, he puts pressure on the front office to make moves, and they have been trying to make moves since he's been there. But like you said, at this point, they really have no tradable assets, and then with this Damian Lillard injury, it's just like you're kind of stuck. So you see this off season where he basically just calls it quits?
Very right,
W-
Terrence.
Uh, I don't know what's his contract situation. He has like a year or two left, or is he a free agent this year?
He's not a free
Nah,
agent.
he's not a free agent. Let me
Oh,
see.
so you're saying
So,
like, will he just like request a trade? I don't see that
hmm
happening. I
so
don't know if I see that
25,
happening.
so 25, 26, he's getting paid 54 million. The year after that, getting paid 58.4, and then he has a player option 27, 28, getting paid 62 million.
Hmm.
So basically, got a 3 year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, just from what I've seen from him as a person, he seems, unless there's another entrant or another instance of this, which y'all might be able to pull out of my memory, but like he just seems like the type of guy to like want to do right by the organization instead of trying to request a trade publicly unless like they go to him.
Ain't no loyalty with these owners and GMs, man. Go ahead, get
I
out of there,
agree.
man.
I agree. But I mean, do y'all feel like, because I mean, I don't know if it takes like a kind of, I don't want to say shrewd operator, but like I feel like LeBron, KD, like they are um more so like demanding in their personalities maybe. And I guess I mean Giannis has done the same in the sense of like asking the organization to make the moves. But I don't know. I guess I don't see him doing like doing that. Like, just like with Jimmy, right?
Mm.
We know Jimmy's like, oh yeah, like I'm that shit. Like I'm a do this. I don't give a fuck about the organization. I just don't see that from his personality.
Yeah, I don't
There's
see
a
it too, but at the same time, it's like I really do feel like the fact I feel like he was okay with it because he never got to see the duo with him and Damian Lillard try to make a deep playoff run. They never been healthy, but now that nigga is done. Basically,
Hmm.
it's just like,
Yeah.
yo, what do I have? So
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if he demanded a trade. And like as a fan base, you can't be upset. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta be realistic. So you kind of have to rebuild. And there's
Hmm.
been rumblings of Rockets, the Knicks, and the Spurs. So if we don't get KD, I'm cool with getting that. Just putting
Oh,
that
you,
out
you
there
said the
to the
Spurs?
universe.
Oh, okay,
hell
okay,
I'm
yeah.
no.
down. You know what I'm
Y'all got
saying?
hella cap space.
We
Uh,
got cap space. They could roll the ball around and make us get the number one pick and just give that and let them get Cooper Flag. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that.
I think that Giannis really could uh request out, and I don't think it would be. I wouldn't compare it to like Jimmy Butler because I think it would be more like when KD asked out of Brooklyn, it wasn't a really big thing. It was like they traded Kyrie, so it's like clearly you gonna have to get rid of me too, you know? And I think this is just a situation like that too, where it's like y'all know Dame is out all next year, and when he comes back, he's not about to be that, and he's gonna be getting paid 60 some million dollars. Like I think it'll be more of just I don't think he's going to come out in a press conference or in a tweet or something like that and say I demand to be traded. But I think that we might get a report from like, yeah, his agent has talked to them and they're trying to work together on a trade or something like that, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
I
where
mean, it
would you
does
guys
make
like to see
sense
him?
for best of both worlds type shit.
Yeah. Where would y'all like to see him go? Because if
Rockets
Jimmy
was
didn't
cool.
if Jimmy didn't demand a trade, I feel like he could have probably been that guy next season playing with Steph and them and whatnot. But I feel like the Rockets
I
seems like the most realistic.
I think though the Rockets trade would have to include Amin Thompson
Oh, I ain't giving him up.
because I'll say
Hey, they
for two
because
reasons.
I don't really see him meshing well with Sengun, their center, so I can see them trade him.
I don't see him meshing well I don't see Thompson meshing well with Giannis at all. They're two
Mm,
non-shooters who are Giannis is a taller version of Amin, if we're being real. Like,
mm-hmm.
of course, Giannis is way better, but like all his skill sets and two-way type players. Um, I just think that they're not gonna at least like Thompson is a decent passer, but Sengun is a better passer. He's a big. Um, I think that he could probably learn to. I would have more faith in Sengun shooting than I would Amin Thompson. I'll say that.
I bet it's so early in Thompson's career. How old is he? Like 22?
Yeah, he's still young, but he just
Yeah.
doesn't have a shot at all.
I have more faith in him becoming a better shooter than Jalen Green.
Yeah, no, I mean Jalen Green is going to be, but I don't think that Jalen Green is enough. That's my thing. I think, of course, yeah, if you want to throw Jalen Green in that trade, that's fine. But it's going to have to be, you're going to have to trade either Şengün or Thompson. Nobody cares if Jalen Green is not going to be, Jalen Green for Giannis. Like it's going to have to be way
Mhm.
more than that because he
Yeah.
sucks. Like let's be real. Like he's averaging what, like maybe 13 points a game or something like
13
that. He had
points, yeah.
one game over double figures. And of course, that was 30 some points. But to me, that's even worse because it's like you're this type of inconsistent. We know you can do that, but you just don't do it.
Mm.
I think on a good team, he's probably, honestly, he could be a six man on a really good team.
Bro, I rather if the Rockets had Jordan Clarkson, they'd be much better.
Yeah, no, they would. Absolutely.
God damn.
But that's a fact. I mean, it's one thing like he's tricking people in the regular season. What we get in the playoffs is what matters. And of course, this is his first playoffs. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
give him that. But yeah, I would much rather take a Jordan Clarkson or something like that. Like Jalen Green is not moving anything in trade talks right now. He's still young and could potentially be better, but it's gonna have to be one of those other two.
Yeah. He got a high ceiling, but I just don't know if he's gonna be able to put it together on the Rockets timeline. So the fact that they got the number 2 seed and potentially are going to go to the second round with him playing bad is kind of crazy. So yeah, it's. I mean, what do you do if you the Rockets? I mean, obviously you want to kind of get a free agent, but like, I guess it's really if you believe in Jalen Green or not, and you can kind of tell with Ime by him limiting his minutes, he don't really believe in him like that. So yeah, they're probably gonna trade him. But I don't even know what you can kind of get for him. So you're right. You may have to include
I would take like a Jordan Clarkson, to be real.
mm,
Like they
because
would have to throw in a
how much
big
is he
chunk.
making? Like 30 mil or some shit?
Who, Jalen
Yeah.
Green?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he did just get an extension, but it wasn't really crazy. I don't think. I know he didn't get like a K type of extension because he has no major.
Yeah, I think he had like a 2 for 1. So he's making 30, basically around 33 a year for the next 3 seasons, and that player option that last year. So that's not too bad of a contract.